What is up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Nasdaq and the S&P 500, and I'm going to explaining you how I had one trade today and it was a winning trade, making me $800 on my funded account, and I also took the trade on my personal account. So let's jump straight into it. On the daily time frame, my bias was these buy side liquidities right here. And I actually said this in the video that I uploaded yesterday when price action was down here. I said that I want to at least see this liquidity taken out, and then ultimately my target would be this liquidity up here. And as you can see, both of these have been smashed. So I was then just looking for a small retracement on the lower time frames for a trade today. But the reason why I was bullish, if you don't know already, is because we have this fair value gap here that got inversed. We came back, we retested this inverse fair value gap, and we then shot straight to the upside. But the reason why I'm bullish is just because we got a close above this inverse fair value gap right here, and we also have clearly lots of displacement. We are violating every single bearish fair value gap to the left of this price action, so that is why I was bullish for these highs. So let's jump straight into a lower time frame on the ES chart, because this is the trades that I actually took. So if we actually go to replay and we just go to around 11:25, so the trade that I took was actually on in the PM session. So yeah, let's just play out the price action a bit. So we get this small retracement creating our sell side liquidity, and all I was waiting for now is a reversal back to the upside. But I did not want to see this fair value gap here get disrespected, because if we disrespected this fair value gap here, then I would think that price action was most likely going to come back and take this buy side liquidity. So as you know, the model that I mainly trade is the inverse model. So if this fair value gap got inversed, then that would show me that price would come and take this buy side liquidity. So all I did was wait for price action to play out. I was waiting to see if there was any clear trades to take, but there wasn't in this. So I just waited for price, and I waited for price to see how it reacted off this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. And as you can see, price taps it once but doesn't offer a trade. We did have this fair value gap here, but I did not enter into this trade just because I wanted more confluence. I wanted my model ultimately, which is to create another bullish fair value gap and for it to be violated. So if this was actually a bullish fair value gap and it got violated, then I would definitely be getting into a trade. But because it is a bearish fair value gap, I was not going to short this. Then we create this bullish fair value gap, and we also have this bullish candle, but as you can see, the body did not close over this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, so my trade idea was still valid. And what have we created? We have created a bullish fair value gap here. So if this fair value gap got violated, then my plan was to take a short to the downside. And as you play at the price action, we come down, we get a close below the fair value gap eventually. So there is the close, inverse fair value gap. Let me just label it. So there is the close below. So I entered the trade around here. I think I got a very good fill around here. My stop loss would be if price action came back up and closed back above this inversion fair value gap. So yep, and my take profit was here, and if we play at the price action, I actually added to this position as well on the 1 minute time frame. I think I added in this fair value gap right here, just because this was clearly the silver bullet short as well, and it was just a continuation down. I was very confident that this would hit sell side liquidity, and as we play at the price action, we smash the take profit. Now this leads me to the NQ chart actually. So as you can see, that was a perfect trade that I took, and yeah, this made me $800 on my 50k funded account. That is what I'm trading right now, just a 50k funded and my personal account. Let me actually show you the executions, just so you know. So here is the executions on the Nasdaq trade. As you can see, got in at the candle close on the US 500. I just trade the US 500 because that is what my broker allows me to trade, and I also trade with True Forex funds, and I trade the US 500 on that, so it just matches up, and I don't mind it at all. So yeah, and took profits at this sell side liquidity here. So that was the trade. But as I was saying, if we go to the Nasdaq chart and go back to when we took sell side liquidity. So as you know, today was an extremely bullish day. So if you were in any shorts like myself, you'd want to take profits quite quickly. But a trade that I know a lot of people took today was we swept this sell side liquidity. And if we go to the 1 minute time frame, I hope I'm at the right point. I don't think I am actually. Let me just play at the price action. So we did sweep this sell side liquidity. Oh, here we go. This is liquidity. So we swept this sell side liquidity here. So this is the trade that I took on the S&P 500. So after we took this sell side liquidity, and bearing in mind on the higher time frame, we are extremely bullish today. As you can see, you can't really be holding short positions for very long just because how bullish we are on the higher time frame. So if you actually go to the 1 minute time frame, we get my model perfectly. But just because I took a big winning trade, I did not enter into this trade just in case it wasn't a winner. But this was a perfect model. As you can see, we get a bearish fair value gap taking the sell side liquidity. So here is the sell side liquidity being taken. We get a bearish fair value gap here that gets inversed to the upside. So if you were to enter into this position, which I definitely would have entered if I didn't have a winning trade, your stop loss would be a close back below this candle, and your take profit would be buy side liquidity right here. But the thing about this trade that also makes it so good is as well as the inversion that we get, we also get a confirmation silver bullet long. So if we play at the price action a bit, we get displacement up, creating a just creating displacement and a fair value gap, which just shows us that we are going to go for this buy side. I did actually think we got a silver bullet long entry, but we didn't. But nonetheless, this was a perfect trade and the model that I trade. So hopefully you guys spotted that and was able to take these trades today. Although it was a news day, I still trade the news days just after the news. Obviously, I don't trade the news. I normally find the PM sessions are a lot better on days like this, as I only took one trade in the PM session today. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, just going over the trades today. Thank you for watching.